start this episode, man.
So it's January 7th, 2000.
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
is.
And we have survived the first big monumental scare of our lifetime
Yeah, dude, that was insane.
that we are aware of, because
Yeah.
there are many things that have happened in the previous 10 years that we learn about later in
We are
life, but like,
post. We are a week post Y2K, buddy. All
yeah,
right, you remember
Y2K,
all those radio stations? Your grandmother,
everything.
your grandfather, your dad, your mother. Everybody was terrified that the computers were going to crash,
Yep.
planes were going to fall out of the
Yep.
sky.
Hmm.
Spoiler alert: none of that happened.
Apparently, yes. um I was trying to look up exactly like what a layman's definition of what Y2K referred to for, anyone not in the know, but it
Yeah,
refers to the potential computer bug for the year 2000, that feared that system failures would happen once it went from 12/31/1999 into the year 2000. And like there was like a big lead up to this. Like it
buddy.
was.
There were people who legitimately sold everything they
Hmm.
owned,
Yeah.
just gave away all their money,
Hmm.
and
People still do that now when they think that the Jesus is coming
that's
back.
how many
Except
events.
one of them's actually believable.
How many events do you think you? Yeah, very good. I love that. But how many events do you think that people have to live through before they realize like nobody truly knows when this is like the Mayan calendar? I'll admit, I was terrified that the world was going to end in
Yeah, apparently you were
2012.
terrified by the movie 2012.
I was terrified by the marketing team of 2012 who put out those commercials late at
How
night
would you
when
know
I'm
all
very
this? This is 12 years
vulnerable.
from now.
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
See, this is the thing. So, like, a little bit of an insight here.
Okay.
We're gonna break
You
kayfabe like
you
less than
already
5 minutes
broke
into.
kayfabe, okay? Because I was like, okay, I guess we're just not gonna worry about like what
No,
year
we're
it
not.
is. We're
No,
everywhere.
you just did. You were just talking about
You
2012.
said you already alluded to other things that we don't know about in the future yet.
No,
Okay.
I said that the first thing that we know about,
Yes.
that we are acutely aware of, that has been hyped up, was Y2K.
Yeah.
It's not until later that we find out about the other
Yeah. I
previous
know.
10 years and the things that have happened. Like, again, Y2K is the thing that was the first big monumental, like, global, worldwide, and this was like pre-social media. Like, obviously, there's no way to keep this bit up. We have it's, again,
It's
it's
we
we
could
you
go
can't
back and
put the
scrub the audio and like go back and scrub all the video footage and we just edit
you
it to where it looks
can't
like we're just playing.
put the genie back in the bottle.
Yeah.
It's just like we have 25 years, 26 years of life and insight. So it's like the entire premise and point of this episode was to
Yeah.
do a retrospective of the year 2000. And like the original idea was like we do this thing and then we act like it's the year 2000. But the thing is you're not a good actor and neither am I. And
Hey,
so
at least we're on the same playing field, really. You know, like I know that you're probably a better actor than I am, right?
I think I'm able to hold the bit together a little bit longer,
Yeah,
but it's just like it's
I have
so
too many
hard not.
tells.
Yeah, but it's so hard not to speak in present tense as if like you're in 26 years ago. Anyways, so now that is out of the way.
Yeah,
Y2K, like, do you remember it? Like,
I
because you
don't
were like what,
remember
7?
much. Yeah, I was. No, I was 10 years old, buddy. I was
You were
10
not 10 years old.
in Y2K,
I was 10.
2000, the year
You're
2000.
9. I'm a year older than you.
I was born. Okay, so it's. I guess I haven't
You were
turned 10
9.
yet. I was 9,
Yes.
going on 10. I was a
And
solid
I'm
10. Trying to
you were
overhear.
not you were 9 years old. I was 10.
Yes, but I was going on 10. I was
But
9
does it
going
count?
on 30, baby. Like, I don't
This
understand
is
that. That
irritating
feels
because
like,
you do not, I don't know why I said that.
God, we
You
got
do
you
not
so
turn
upset.
10
You're just like
you
not
do
going
not
through
turn
it.
10 years old until fucking October. That's 10 months into the year 2000 before you turn 10 years old.
Going on 10. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm already 9. I only have one place to go is 10.
But you're 9 years old.
Yes, I'm 9.
You're 9 years old.
Yeah,
God damn.
but I turned 10 later that year. Yes, I'm currently 9 years old.
Yeah, I turn 11 in June
All right, Mr. Big Pants over here.
because I'm
Mr.
fucking 2 years
Born,
older than you,
born in
basically a year and a half.
1989 over here, dude.
Yeah.
This guy.
Anyways, do you remember it? You're 9
No,
years old.
I don't remember. That's the thing is I was trying to remember, like, I don't even know if my parents were nervous about it. I don't even know if they cared. Like, I have no recollection of, like, the
Yeah.
year
It's part of your
2000.
childhood you don't remember.
No, I mean, I guess they did a really good job of hiding their fear,
Did
I
you have
guess.
a computer?
Yeah, we had a computer. I don't know how early we were.
Did you have like a family computer?
Yeah, it was like everybody used it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm that's a thing too, because like no one has a family computer anymore. Everyone has their own fucking
Yeah, because why would
computer.
you have a family computer? That's weird, man. I
Um,
guess,
but
you know,
I remember it. I remember the buildup being like a big deal, and even maybe it was because I was very naive at that age, but I was like, nothing's gonna happen. Like nothing's gonna happen. Come on.
yeah. What is it? So,
I
what was
was
your dad telling you? It's January. It's the weekend of January 2000. What is your dad like saying at this point? What is he?
I,
Was he
not much.
terrified? Was he like worried
No,
about it?
we're probably too busy like knee deep into the NFL playoffs at that point.
Okay, yeah, it like didn't
Because
happen.
I
He
don't know
was
if
like,
you know
okay, I guess it
this.
doesn't affect the playoffs.
I don't know if you know this. Like January of the year 2000. Do
Hmm.
you know who the best team in the NFL is?
Is it a repeat of history? Is it?
It is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They were 14-2.
That's weird synchronicities, buddy. That's a
They're not
weird.
the well. They're not the best team this year. They're one of the best teams.
Not in my book, buddy. They're the best team in my book.
I
So
mean, we'll see. But they, I mean, they were like they were literally lost to one team three fucking times that year. And spoilers, the Rams and the Titans go to the Super Bowl that year, and the Rams beat the Titans.
yeah,
Um, and so like in that same playoffs, by the way, the first the Jags played the Dolphins, beat them 62-7. Like that is a astronomical number in the playoffs. But like I mean, I don't recall much of Y2K and at that point. Like I don't like it was I remember it, but I don't remember specifics.
yeah. I don't.
Maybe it was a little too young.
I don't know if we lived in it because we live in the middle of nowhere, Hodunk town, right? So
Sure.
it's not like there was a ton of people like out there that had computers to be concerned about everything like
Mhm.
crashing, right? We were already pretty much living off the grid to begin with, so it's not like a couple of computers don't work
I
and
don't,
we're
well,
having
I,
issues, but like I feel like it was probably a bigger deal in like cities and stuff like that, like major hubs and whatnot. They were worried about like planes falling out of the sky and shit like that.
but like we've had several Y2K adjacent in like instances since then because like it wasn't that the world was going to end, it was that all computers were going to shut down. But even in the year 2000, we're nowhere near as dependent on computers
Yeah,
and the
if
internet.
that's like a thing that happens today, right, in
That's like legit
2026,
fear.
that's like because you're talking about like in 2000, we're sitting in 2000, we're still using analog stuff. Like we're using like
Yeah.
accounting is probably still. I don't even think they had like accounting standards yet, dude. It was all paper. It had the paper with the little things on the sides,
Calculate. Yep.
and you make a little Chinese ladder out of them, right? You fold them over and
Yep.
over again.
Perforated.
Dude, perforated paper. I love chewing on that shit. It was so much fun. I don't know, man, but it's just like nowadays though, you can't even boot up your PlayStation 5, right? If you don't have an internet connection,
Pretty
okay?
much. Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to take your insulin because you don't have
Mhm.
your app that shows you when to take it, right? It's
Yeah.
like we're fucked,
We
man.
have become like sadly way too dependent on devices and the internet and machines.
But
That was like the one thing where that guy was like, ah,
yeah,
he's right. He was right.
I mean, he got
He was a
one.
little kooky.
You
He
throw
didn't
enough
really
spaghetti at the
shower and
wall, as they say, you know.
and
So
he was all about making birdhouses and shit because like he wanted to trap all the birds because the birds aren't real. But like he ended up being right about like being dependent on
dude,
machines.
okay, you want to talk about like another stupid conspiracy theory, right?
No.
I went down a rabbit hole of birds aren't real theory, right? Way back in the day, and there was a podcast episode that it covered it, probably some NPR or whatever, and it comes from literally one guy who wanted to start a conspiracy to kind of like show people how like conspiracies you can just start out of nothing, and it became a conspiracy. It was a whole thing, dude. It's all started by like one dude who has it doesn't he doesn't believe in it. He just started it for fun. And
Yeah.
hey,
Um.
birds are real, guys. I'm sorry, I don't tell you.
Yeah.
So
It was estimated that the Y2K like fixes, right, to make things Y2K compliant cost a total of anywhere between 300 to 600 billion dollars in total for businesses. Um And at the end of the day, there were some minor disruptions for businesses, but like it was mainly small business, but no major end of the world, like anything. Like I
Hmm.
said, there have been things that have happened since then that actually were like services get shut down, websites get shut down,
Yeah,
apps get shut down.
that's hey,
Like
Amazon's
things have
web
been
services
hacked.
get knocked out tomorrow. You're talking about
Yeah.
half the internet being gone. So
Yeah, we've seen it is the
yeah,
thing.
that's it
We've
happened literally
seen
last year.
it.
Like that's insane.
There was there's an article that comes out. Do you remember what fashion was like in the year 2000?
Hmm. That
Because
was a lot
it's
of
very
pastel colors, right?
well, it's
Or
very
was it punk rock?
post grunge
Hmm.
because like the 90s were very colorful and very not neon because neon was the 80s. This was like a flat like a trapper keeper or I always kind of go to this thing to where like the Charlotte Hornets like starter jacket. Everybody had that Charlotte Hornets starter jacket.
It was kind of nice.
Even
I remember seeing it that like
dude,
that teal
every
green ish
teal it
color.
was teal and purple and white
It
and
was
like
nice. Yeah.
everyone had it. And like
It was either
that
that or
to
like the
me
Chicago Bulls jacket.
but more so like the colors of the 90s were like those sort of colors like the teal. I mean the
Hmm.
Jaguars are teal and the purple and all that stuff and like a little bit of silver mixed in there. But there's apparently like everything becomes low rise, right? That's like the beginning of like super gigantic oversized basketball shorts that are way too big. Like the like popularity of like sagging kind of like takes hold.
Yeah, dude.
Baby tees and crop tops. It was like a mixture of like wearing really baggy pants and like really tight like crop tops for girls. Again, metallics, gloss, futuristic textures, like tracksuits are like huge in the 90s.
Yeah.
Huge in the 90s. Denim in all forms, jorts are really big deal.
I'm trying to think of what
Um,
I wore in the
Whatever your
2000s.
parents
Yeah,
hand-me-downs
pretty
had,
much. Yeah.
probably. Contrasting layers, like the whole thing is like you don't put this color with this color, but like a big thing going into the 2000s as far as like fashion was clashing of colors, like use colors that don't stand like typically go together or
Hmm.
whatever. And um like now it's just so funny because like my daughter and is they have their spirit week and like literally the 2000s are is like a day and I'm just
Yeah.
like
Living in the
which but I
past, you
guess
know?
but I guess I understand it because like when we were in school and we had spirit week we had 80s, so I imagine our parents were just like fuck like
Yeah, that's my childhood you're wearing right now. And you're just like, sorry, mom and dad, you know?
Oh man.
What is
And the
it?
internet.
What is the fashion currently with kids? Like, my kids don't really care about fashion because,
Yeah, look at their dad. Oh.
yeah, well, they have cool clothes. So,
I don't know what the fashion is. I mean, it's still just
I wonder if they even have fashion, right? Like, it's like
Zoe
a
kind of does
legit
her own
fashion,
thing. Like Christina tries to like steer her in a way, and
which
Zoe's
is
just like,
good.
I
Yeah.
am not wearing that. Like she likes to wear really nice basketball shoes or like sneakers,
Hmm.
but like she'll wear them with like pajamas.
Okay. All right. That's a move. That sounds like a Fortnite skin, honestly. Like, they got the
So
Air Jordans and you got the pajama suit
I
on. Yeah.
like when my concern is always just like, are you dressed?
Yeah.
I do not care what she wears in public. I do, but like I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't care. Like if you're dressed and like okay, and you're
You're
covered, like
comfortable.
okay,
Yeah, I get
yeah,
it.
like I don't care. Um, there's a lot of people. I always the one thing that I like to when you're talking about generations and like the differences is like we are the last generation to literally like grow up and be children before the internet and we grew up within the internet
Yeah.
and like we're the last pre-internet generation that went into it and just I remember man like like MSN Messenger, AOL Messenger, like all that shit, dude. ASL, age, sex, location, like when you're in chat rooms and shit. And
Hmm.
so,
Apparently, ASL means something bad now. I don't know what it.
American
Uh,
Sign Language, I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah. And when I grew up, it was age, sex, and location. Which,
Yeah,
yeah,
and I think we
which
had
feels
this
weird. I don't know.
conversation.
Like
We
now
had
that I think
this.
about
Well,
it,
yeah. Again, in retrospect, everything is like different. But like the internet was very Wild West back then
yeah.
because it was new and it was fresh and it wasn't as fucking intricate and like interwoven to literally everything that you did. But it was like you jumped into chat rooms with strangers and
Yeah.
like
Like legitimately, like, and these weren't. It wasn't like, there wasn't any sugarcoating it, dude. There were two kinds of people on the internet at the time. It was like kids, people wanting to try and get with kids. Like it felt like
yeah,
everybody was a predator. And it's probably still that way today. But at the same time, I
yeah.
feel like there's a few more protections. But yeah, it was just like it was
I
either
think there
other
is, but there's
kids trying
ways
to.
around it now.
I mean, it was either other kids trying to convince other kids that they were adults or something of that nature, and then like everybody's trying to fool each other, and then there was just the other guy who was just back there like, "Hey kids, come and talk to me. I'm a kid too." Just like, "You
And
weirdo."
all of the
Get
things
out of
that like
here.
our parents were like, don't do this, don't do that. It's like they have fallen
Yeah, don't believe everything you see on the
to
internet.
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Hmm.
They they engage with bots. They believe everything on the internet.
It's insane. It's like the full 180 they've done, where it's just like, is that
Oh,
that's honestly that's probably how we're gonna be when we get older. Unfortunately, we're just gonna be like,
I feel like I don't think so because we have the hindsight of like this is what it was like. They didn't have that. They
yeah,
didn't have that.
that's fair. I guess they didn't. Yeah, maybe.
Um,
I feel like scamming's always been around, so it's like
Scam has always been around, but like this is different. This is like if you operate as everything is a work and you're just a skeptic
it's like the
to an
people who
extent.
get scammed by the random text messages nowadays, right? I get like a lot of them are older, but there's like people in their 40s and 50s getting scammed by these text messages where people are like, "Hey, how's it going?" I don't know. I don't fucking know you. Or like, if you're texting me, I keep getting random texts where it's like, "Hey, this is Katie. I work with the local landscaping business. I wonder if you want a quote." And it's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
Katie, you can fuck right off because I don't know you. First of all, I'm not responding to any text messages from numbers I don't know to begin with, whether it's a
right.
real person or not. But
That's
secondly,
another thing.
secondly, if
You
you're
didn't have
going
that protection back
yeah,
then.
if you're gonna respond to those, at least make it a gag response and don't actually click on any links they send you. Like that's the whole point. So it's a bait text. It's like
I
trying to.
think that like, you always had those scam phone numbers back then, but like if you had a caller ID on your house phone, bro, you were big time.
Yeah,
You were
dude.
big time. Like you literally just like your phone rang, you had to answer it.
Yeah.
You just had to answer it. And it was like
Nowadays, if I don't know a number, you can leave a voicemail, and if it's
I
important, you'll
don't
leave a
answer it
voicemail.
half the time when I know the number.
That's fair because it
I
feels
don't want
weird.
to
Like
talk
yeah,
on
just
the.
if
I
it
called
isn't.
you today or yesterday.
Yeah, you did, and it was weird, but it's fine. It's
You
like
enjoyed it.
if if you it's important, leave a message. If it's not important, just text. If I don't answer, text me. If it's
Yeah.
important, leave a message. I'll get back
Yeah.
to you. If it's not important, text me after you call. Okay.
Right. So this thing is like what the internet was like in the year 2000,
Okay.
right? So Google is not anything of like what it has become and has since been degraded down to with like riddled with AI and stuff. But
Yeah,
like
and,
in
and
2000,
sponsorships and
it's
ads
basically
and
like
yeah.
Google, like the beta version of Google. Like it's
Mhm.
still a functional search engine, but like back then you still had like things like Ask Jeeves
It's like raw
and you had
results Google too.
yeah. The big thing about the internet was the dancing baby. Do you remember the dancing baby?
What is kinda? I don't know.
Like if
Maybe.
you looked it up, you would
Yeah,
know
I'm
it was
sure I'd
just a
remember
dancing
it.
baby.
Yeah.
Yahoo.com and Hotmail.com were like
Mm.
really big, and
I had
AOL.com as well.
Hotmail.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did too. I still have my original MSN Hotmail. I don't use it it's my junk email at this point. Like if I have to like sign up for something
I
to
think
get
I've
like
deleted
10%
mine at this
off.
point. Yeah.
AOL Instant Messenger, MSN Instant Messenger. Like again, like I think that it gets lost sometimes that when you logged on the internet, you do the dial up, the whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like you're taking up the phone line.
Cue sound effects. Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking up the phone
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, dude.
The
Like
people
it's
can't get a hold of you
they
because
can't
it
call
was
you. Like when you called somebody and they
yeah.
were using the internet, it's like a horrendous sound.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody picked up the phone, you would legit like lose internet connection and like
Yeah.
have to start the whole process over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and it wasn't until like DSL that like you kind of circumvented that a little bit.
It
It's
wasn't really until cell phones.
yeah. Once they had the
Really, I
cell phone
mean,
towers.
which again, year 2000, we don't have cell phones.
Mm. Yeah, it's very like those are when that's when cell phones are like big and clunky, right? Like,
That's the one they're in cars,
or
and then like important people have them.
yeah,
Terrible websites. Everything is like a Flash website or like made with sprites.
font's horrendous. Nobody
I
knows
think you
color
can go to
schemes.
the
It's graphic
original, like right
design.
now, I think you can go to the original spacejam.com, like the original movie Space Jam, and it still looks like the Space Jam website
There's a
from
way to see the
like
internet, like
1995.
a Wayback Machine or something like that
Yeah.
nature. Like you can go back and like
Yeah,
look
you
at
have
the
to go
internet.
in. Yeah, I'm sure that like Ian and all them know how
I
to
don't
do
know how
it.
to do it. Yeah.
Obviously, before Pirate Bay and torrent sites, you had illegal MP3 downloading sites like Napster,
Hmm.
and everyone's
Which,
computer was riddled.
oh yeah, that and then like then comes along LimeWire, and it's like file sharing,
LimeWire's
dude.
mid 2000s, but yeah,
Phew, man, the amount of music I downloaded illegally on LimeWire,
sure.
amount of like just like bad stuff that was passed through LimeWire, yeah, and then not a good thing.
Um, you want to look back before we go forward about what Christmas 1999 was all about?
We can, yeah, and then we'll do my question, and then
Some people were getting the brick phones in the year 2000, 1999, but Super Smash Bros, Donkey Kong 64, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, Backstreet Boys, Incubus, Britney Spears, Harry Potter, TY Beanie Babies are still a thing, Game Boy Color,
this is back when Beanie Babies or people are still thinking that they're gonna hit it big
yeah,
with Beanie Babies, yeah, that was like
yeah.
pre Pokemon cards.
Dreamcast comes out. Well, and
It was
Pokemon was
big, but I
big,
mean, I'm
and
like they
yeah.
the people thought Beanie Babies were gonna be like people think Pokemon cards are gonna be like where the price is just gonna
Oh, and
skyrocket.
another thing that we like as far as like the 2000 aesthetic is like, the iMac and then like Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation controllers, they're all like green and blue. They're all see-through and like they all have that very similar aesthetic of like, oh, this is definitely the 90s
Yeah,
going into the
see
2000s.
through was a huge thing.
Walkman,
Yeah,
Walkman,
that's a is that
Fred,
tape player, right? Is it
it's
Walkman a tape?
CD player.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's CD player.
It's both. It's but like what we call a Walkman is like you literally take the CD and you put it in there and it's
Yeah, you had to hold it
it's skip
super
proof.
still, dude. Like I remember having a CD player
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I remember going on a field trip and having like two or three CDs and then like you're just listening to it, and it's just like if you hit a bump or something, like it would
skips, dude.
skip.
Yeah, and then it wasn't until like they introduced like the anti-skipping ones.
Anti-skip,
Yeah,
allegedly. Yeah, but like even still, but then
you
like
could
did you
shake it
do
hard
the thing?
enough. Yeah,
Right. Every dude did that. They'd be like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I'll show you it does skip," and then just
yeah,
like you're just like holding it down, grinding
yeah.
your CD.
It's the,
CD burning was a big deal. Making your own mixtapes.
hell yeah, dude. I think it mixtape. The mixtape was cool. Like I feel like it definitely required more intuitiveness to do a mixtape. But like
Yeah.
burning CDs came across. Like dude, talk about how many crushes you gave. Like a CD mix or whatever.
Hmm.
It's cringe. That's for sure. So
It was, yeah. You had a
um,
question?
yeah, it was gonna like my so like just taking a walk down memory lane, right? I was thinking about okay, so we are transported back to January 2000. Okay, now you have the
Hmm.
power of hindsight. All right, you're a little 10-year-old Alex. I'm a little 10-year-old Jacob. We
You're
have
not 10.
we have hindsight. Okay, we can't do anything to change the future. We can only just enjoy where we are in time. Right? We've gone back. We don't affect the future. It's all just like we're just streamlined. It's just basically like a simulator where we get to go and relive in person the 2000s, right? What I was gonna like, what are you doing as a little 10-year-old baby boy Alex? Like, what are you gonna go enjoy? Are you gonna like, what kind of nostalgia are you gonna shoot for? You've got
It's probably this. I mean, it's probably this. I don't know if I would change much. Like, I'm probably still gonna be like super into football, super into wrestling,
this like
super
that's why I
into
didn't want it
like
to
video
make it
games.
I didn't
Like,
want to make it a question like oh yeah, what are you gonna go back and invest or whatever? Like that's why I think it's like
yeah,
what kind of nostalgia shot are you gonna take? Are you gonna like oh
yeah. I
I'm gonna
mean,
go and like watch more WWE or like I'm gonna try and consume all the 2000s media that I can or whatever?
yeah. I mean, it's like a normal day would be. I'd probably wake up, I'd sleep in, I'd eat some breakfast, maybe play some video games. I'd go shoot some basketball, eat some lunch, I'd play more video games.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's just.
dude.
It was just like the simplest. I would definitely be playing because like I would be outside more. I'd be in the neighborhood running around, being not a hoodlum, but just doing stuff
Hey,
out and about.
you can honestly like it's your scenario. You can go and be a hoodlum a little bit for maybe like explore the scenario of like being a hoodlum as 10-year-old Alex. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
man, I think I think I would definitely like consume more media and like pay attention to like what I'm playing video game wise. I feel like as a kid I was just kind of like, hey, it's just cool colors and stuff. So, it'd be cool to see like what those games were actually like when I was playing them.
Well, like nostalgia is funny because like if you go back and play that sort of shit, like I listen, I had a 64, I liked it. I have fond memories of it. I had a PlayStation. Those games do not age well. That's why you see a lot of those games getting remade like in modern ways because those games don't play well. Like I again, like I know that everyone loves GoldenEye and shit, but like that I didn't like GoldenEye when it came out, and it's just like that game is not good.
I thought the sounds were really good in
It
GoldenEye.
was great in 2000,
Yeah.
yes, but like it's not a good game.
I
And
mean, no. I
like
mean, objectively, like a lot of the games that we played as kids weren't good games. But like as time
correct.
progresses, like we have like our frame of reference like grows as we get older. So it's like now we've got these games that like you can't even distinguish if it's real or not. Right? Is this a live action game? I have no idea because the graphics are so good. Versus like you put something else, like put Banjo and Kazooie, the original, like from N64 on the TV. Like it looks god awful. It's
Right.
clunky. You know, you're bumping into everything.
All that is because that was the jump from 2D into 3D.
I
So
think it'd
like
be
you get
cool to like get a CRT TV or like like one of those tube TVs where it's like, you know, it's optimized for those style of games or whatever.
Yeah,
But
because like that's another thing too. Is like if you play older stuff on new TVs, it's not as it
that
doesn't
because they were
hit the
designed a
same
certain
because
way.
they're
Yeah.
yeah because they look a certain way. Speaking of that, I had something up here as far as like games of stuff that like or maybe it was you that came out that had this stuff in there. Hold
So, oh
on,
yeah, I did
like
like to. I was because I, you know, in preparation for this episode, I was doing a walk down memory lane, right? Just kind of like,
yeah.
okay, what kind of. I was like, what was a TV schedule like for like January 2000,
hmm
right?
So first, like, were you a Cartoon Network kid or were you a Nickelodeon kid or even a Disney kid? I
Dude,
guess
I
you could be
wasn't a
Disney.
Disney kid because Disney didn't really have anything.
Same.
Like, I don't think I got into Disney until like maybe later in the 2000. It was like the
Even
Proud
Stevens.
Family, even
Yeah.
Stevens, the fun cartoons. Because I don't think Disney really
Kim
did them.
Possible.
Kim Possible, like they didn't really do much for like kids until that time. But I think I was definitely leaning more towards Cartoon Network. But
I was the
I
Cartoon
still
Network
I
kid
still
hard.
I dabbled in Nickelodeon, you know, every now and then. They had some like I was looking at the list. And it's like Rocko's Modern Life was on there. You know, Ren and Stimpy was really good, but I think that was a little bit earlier. Uh,
So
Cat
the
Dog.
schedule.
Okay,
So the
yeah,
schedule. Yeah.
yes,
So the schedule for let's just say January 7th, the year 2000, because you had to use a TV guide, kids. This is what you had to do. You had to
yeah, dude.
literally go, you either had to get a book that told you what was coming out for the week, or you had to turn to channel 3. It was 3 for me. And you had to watch the scroll, which, always had like a movie trailer or a show or some sort of infomercial in the top right corner
Yeah.
as it scrolled very slowly. And if you fucking missed it, bro, you can't
I
rewind.
would just pop to the channel and just waited to see what was on. But you know,
At 4 p.m. So, Jacob, we're getting off the bus, right?
yeah,
We're at a
I'm
we're
still
at a
on the
mid.
bus. Yeah, I was the last. I was first one picked up, last one dropped off. So I'm still on the bus. Yeah, dude, it was a horrendous schedule when I think about it.
Um, but anyway, so like we're in middle school, we're getting off the bus. It's 4 p.m. Sailor Moon. I
Yeah,
don't think I got off the bus until like around 4:30. So I never watched Sailor Moon. I knew it
mm,
was there, but like I never
same,
watched it. 4:30 is Reboot.
dude. I didn't remember this show when I first saw the name of it. I was like, "That's weird. I don't remember this." Then I went and like I went to YouTube's. I went to the YouTube's and I got
Yeah.
looked it up. This show was fucking horrendous animation. This
Sure. Again,
horrible 3D,
2000s.
very early, horrible 3D animations. The voices aren't synced up very well. The voice acting, it's fine, but it's like very clunky. But do I have some memories of watching that show? Like it was such a cool premise too. Like they lived in a motherboard, I guess, or a mainframe or something, and like the user is what they call them would like they're
hmm
playing a game or something. So I assume they're like inside of a console. But they play a game and a cube come down, and if like the user won the game, fucking ripped a chunk of the city out, and like that's terrifying as being on a motherboard or whatever. But like it was a fun little show, dude. It was a little slapper of a walk down
I
memory
I
lane.
watched it, but like at that time, that's when I'm like getting home, I'm unpacking everything. But like it was like not something that ever really like grabbed my interest. It's not like I'm sitting down watching a snack to. But this next show, I
Yeah,
did watch a lot
this
of.
is what I'm getting off the bus about 4:45, and I'm sprinting home because if I don't get home in 15 minutes, which is like I only had like a 5-minute walk from the bus stop, but like you got to get
Yeah,
home and unwind. Like you got to get home for Dragon Ball Z. You know,
Dragon Ball Z,
I would
baby.
argue it's the original. Uh, what is that? Appointment television. It's the original for
I
kids.
wouldn't go that
It
far.
was my original appointment television because
That there you go. That's better when you say it that way.
I know that my friends at school the next day, which I had a few, were gonna be talking about the episode. We're gonna be replaying it. We're gonna be talking about like who's how long is this episode gonna be full of like filler, like what else, like how long is he gonna
Yeah, but
through
you didn't know about
screaming.
filler back then.
I didn't know what it was called, but I just know like fucking nothing happened in this episode, and Goku's sitting
Yeah,
there screaming, charging up a fucking power bomb or a spirit bomb for like, yeah, dude, it's insane.
yeah.
Uh, but that was what I.
And
What
then
about you?
at
You
5, yeah, I mean, I was all into Dragon Ball Z at that time, dude. I told you, I still think Piccolo is awesome. At 5:30, I don't think 5:30 was the same for me, or maybe it was. Maybe I'm
That's
doing homework
I
during the
was
time.
iffy on whether or not this list was like 100% accurate or if it was just like timing different. Because I know that like Dragon Ball Z definitely came off at 5 p.m. and this might have been one of those blocks where like 5:30 was
Interchangeable,
interchangeable since like they were doing a run
because
of
I
like
don't
random
remember this
shows.
show called Ronin
I
Warriors.
very vaguely remember Ronin Warriors, like because I was super into like the transformation shows and whatnot. But it was very much so like a it was very much so like a Power Rangers, like an anime Power Rangers. But I guess
Oh,
like
okay.
in a sense that like Power Rangers is already anime, but it's like live action. It was like
Hmm.
it was the art style is very Akira, like from that anime or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
It's very over the top. Let's just say it
So
was
it lays the foundation for what every anime becomes.
yeah, dude, pretty much. It was I thought it was pretty solid. It's just about
I
like
like. I
very
just I
white
don't.
looking dudes who turn into like Ronin warriors and like they have suits of armors and stuff and
Let me.
whatnot. They're all like very Americanized looking, but they all come from different clans and whatnot, and they all have powers and everything like that. And that's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat little show.
I just don't remember them.
It's again, it might be one of those shows that the block was just interchangeable, and like this is the month that they were running all of season
Because I
one.
remember, for me, I remember Batman the Animated Series being back-to-back episodes, which
Okay,
this one, Batman the Animated
it
Series, is
comes
six.
yeah 6 o'clock.
See, we had an hour block. Actually, it may have been Batman. Yeah, it would have been Batman. It would have been Batman because Justice League's not till
Well, this
later.
is like I got it
Um,
from Cartoon Network's website where it's like they have a catalog of everything like day by
mhm,
day. So it's like again, it could just be the 2000s where it's like okay, this is
yeah.
what they had in that slot. But
Sports Center was also at 6 o'clock too, so like I would oftentimes have to go back and forth. 6:30 becomes Scooby Doo, and then at 7 you get Cow and Chicken. 7:30 is Dexter's Lab. 8 o'clock, I don't remember this show. Mike, Lou, and Og.
I don't think I watched it, but I know that like I saw it because it was like there was a caveman as like one of the boys was a cave boy or what. I
Oh,
don't know if it was
okay.
like they were all like cave people or whatever, but like yeah, I don't remember much about it.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
think I turned the TV off probably around like
yeah, I'm
right
not.
before Batman because I don't think I ever really watched Batman all that much. Sorry,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's because you have no fucking taste. And then at 8:30 you get Johnny Bravo. 9 p.m. is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
yeah, this is like I don't think I ever had the TV on past like 6 o'clock, dude. I don't even know.
Nickelodeon, you have Garfield,
Mm-hmm.
followed by Rocco's Modern Life,
Mm-hmm.
which was way out there.
Yeah,
And then you have Figure It Out, which
I don't
I don't
remember.
know that.
Figure it out. I don't.
I
I
don't
did.
either.
Keenan and Kel. I only know about through like the movie. I think like I know that like I don't think I ever sat down and watched like an actual episode of Keenan and Kel.
Um, yeah, so you have Figure It Out, then Kenan and Kel, all that, Cat Dog,
All that.
Hey Arnold, and then Rugrats. Um,
Rugrats was like super popular, dude. I don't understand it.
yeah, yeah, it's a big deal. Disney, you're looking at Growing Pains for an hour, Smart Guy for an hour, The Famous Jet Jackson, The Jersey So Weird, and then a show called Treehouse
Okay,
Hostage.
so this one it was like for January
I know the
7th.
first two, but the other ones I don't know any
This
of
the
those.
I honestly don't know any of these movies. Like
I
again, I
know
don't think
some
I
of them.
watched Disney at all. Like when I was this age, but I know that like so that 2 hour block. It's a movie. It's a Treehouse Hostage. Is a full ass movie that I like. They just I guess at like
Oh, it's playing it. Okay, I
yeah.
got you.
So I think at like 7 o'clock hour they played like a 2 hour movie or something like that. This movie, dude, I was like, what is this movie about?
Because I don't think Nick at Night exists. Maybe not yet, because
Not
all the old stuff was on TV Land,
yeah.
and then TV Land subsequently becomes like
Was
Nick
that
at Night.
Boomerang or whatever?
No, Boomerang was the old Cartoon Network shows, like
Okay,
old
yeah.
Scooby Doo and C Lab and that sort of stuff.
But like,
You
okay,
good?
yeah. So I had a burp. So like Street House Hostage movie, I was like, okay, what is this about? This Home Alone fucking ass movie, dude. It's insane. Okay, so basically it takes place at like these. There's this ring of counterfeiters. Okay, and one of the counterfeiters goes down for all of it. Right, his name is Carl. Well, Carl breaks out of jail. Okay, and what does he do? He hops the fence and goes to like he hops a fence and ends up in this kid. What is this kid's name? Timmy's backyard, and he climbs up. And Carl, this grown ass counterfeit, escaped from prison, fucking inmate, climbs up in Timmy's little tree house. Right? What does Timmy
Hmm.
do? Does he report him to the authorities? No, because Timmy's got a fucking report due the next day, and he has none of the work done. So what does he do? He holds the guy hostage to help him with the report. Okay.
Okay.
Turns out, okay, so he helps him with the report, I guess. I don't know. I didn't get that far into it, but it turns out, okay, they realize, I guess Carl sweet talks Timmy and his friends. He's like, hey, guys, we got to figure out who turned me in. Turns out, Timmy's fucking principal, as well as the cops in the town, are all involved in this counterfeit ring, and they made Carl go down for the crime. Okay, so everybody's corrupt. What do? Do they report it to the authorities? No, they don't. They get revenge on Carl's enemies, and it's fucking what the hell's going on? Why are these 11-year-old kids hanging out with a convicted felon? I don't know, but they get. I guess they get
That's the
revenge.
2000s, baby.
It's insane. I could not. If I go out, Quinn, if he's like, yeah, Dad, we're just talking to Carl. He escaped from prison. We're gonna help him beat the shit out of these guys who his mobster friends. The fuck is going on? That's insane, dude. But then again, like you gotta think about it. Like, it's the 2000s. It's
Um,
every kid's dream is to find an inmate in their treehouse in the 2000s. So,
sure. What kind of snacky snacks were you having in the year 2000?
oh man, what snacks did they have? Was it?
Well, here you go. We've
Yeah,
got
that was a great segue because honestly, I don't know what they had. I forgot.
Gushers,
Okay, big.
Dunkaroos,
Absolutely having me some Dunkaroos, dude. Yeah.
fruit roll-ups,
Okay. All right. Solid.
Lunchables.
Okay. Quick question. Quick sidebar. How did you eat your fruit roll up?
As a child,
Yes,
I
as a
wadded
child.
it up.
Absolutely, buddy. Yes, we were the same kid. I was like
Now,
rolling it in a ball and then you just pop it in your mouth.
now what was okay? So fruit roll-ups, the one that would no, that's fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit roll ups with a sheet of paper that like sometimes they'd have stamps on them. You stick my and absolutely every single time I'm wadding that bitch up, tossing it like I got a
Yeah,
chaw in my mouth, dude.
yeah, absolutely. Lunchables, grips with a Z.
Grips. I feel like we've talked about grips before in the episode on the pod.
They were like the portable, like cookies, portable, like Cheez-Its.
But essentially
Um,
Dunkaroos, but like they were different like foods.
uh, yeah. These are like your salty snacks. Yogos were introduced.
Is that what like Go-Gurt came from?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was the bite-sized yogurt treats. Scooby-Doo fruit snacks.
I had a few of those,
Uh,
man. Yeah.
cheese balls.
Still, I can
Uh,
still munch on some cheese balls for sure, man.
French toast crunch is introduced. The Fruit Loop cereal straw.
Man.
Capri Suns, Kool-Aid Burst, Oreo Cakesters, your baby bottle
And
pop.
this is like all pre-regulations. You're getting that full unfettered red 40,
Uh,
yellow 50, just injecting it into our veins because we don't care about microplastics right now. We don't
no, we
care
don't.
about the poisoning of our young
Yeah.
little minds, okay? Food doesn't
Uh,
affect those things. It affects your tum-tum, and it's your tum-tum says it's good, it's
yeah, but it
fine.
doesn't affect your tum tum then.
Exactly.
It is a bottomless vat, dude. Nothing affects. It is you have an iron stomach in the year
2000, I
2000.
was still skinny as a rail, dude. I don't think I started gaining weight until like middle school, probably. So,
Yeah. Corn nuts and Gardettos as well.
You're
Or,
really big into
or
corn nuts. I can't get into them, man.
I
They're just too
love
crunchy,
I
dude.
love corn nuts, dude.
They're too crunchy,
You
man.
got me a big thing of them one year for Christmas. No, it was for Christmas, my birthday. I
Something like that. Yeah, I had a pack. I found a.
gobbled them, dude.
I
I
had a.
gobbled
I
them.
still see them at fucking UGO. They still sell them by the
But
packs. It's insane.
it has to be the picante flavored because the other ones aren't too good. Let's see here. We talked about video games a little bit. So like some obviously the place. This is back when Japan would get consoles before us because the PlayStation 2 launches in March
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah, I saw that,
2000.
and we didn't get it until
But we
October,
don't
dude.
get into that's how it used to be for the long until like I guess it was the PlayStation 4 era, like maybe the 360
They did a worldwide release or
where
whatever.
it became worldwide release. But it was always like Japan would always get stuff before us.
I didn't know that they released a PS1 relaunch essentially, where it
With
was like
with a TV screen.
it had a TV screen. There, I think they
Mhm.
had a combo that had a TV screen, or you could just get the console
It
itself. But
was like $80, Jacob.
it was insane, man. And apparently it ran way better than the original. So it was
Yeah,
like it outsold
it was
everything
literally
that year.
called the PS1 ONE.
I had no idea
Yeah.
it existed, dude.
Because you had the PlayStation, and then this one was just like a smaller, cuter, compact, but it had the
It's not
but
cute. You could take it with you.
the year 2000, you have games like Chrono Cross, Deus Ex, one of those Final Fantasies, Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, The Sims, Jet Set Radio, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Pokemon Yellow, Diablo 2, Metal Gear
Take
Solid.
Yellow was coming out in 2000. That's crazy, man.
hmm you had Tekken Tag, Dragon Quest 7,
Age of Empires
Ridge
2 apparently
Racer.
had the Conquerors. I don't know if they this. I
Yeah,
saw like
that
a
was
DLC, right?
it was an expand no, it was
Ex-
expansion pack.
oh, sorry, they called them expansion packs back then.
Expansion
That's
packs.
right.
They were full, yeah.
Because you didn't down kids. You didn't download things back in the day. Back in the day,
Yeah.
they sold them in box sets, and you had to go and get the new
And
box
if you had it
sets.
on PC, like, this game that I played a lot called Baldur's Gate 2, The Shadow of M, you had 5 discs.
Yeah, if
And
you
you would get
played,
to a point,
go ahead.
where it would say insert disc 2.
And if you were like me as a kid, you were playing World of Warcraft, and they had the similar amount of
World of Warcraft wasn't out yet in 2000.
not in 2000, but in the future, whenever I
In
am
2000,
sitting down in
yeah,
like
2004.
2010, right? Oh no, it's like
2004 is when it comes out.
I think I don't pick it up until 2005 or six. I picked
Maybe
it
it's
up
2000.
right as
When did
Burning
WoW come out?
Crusades. I think you're right, 2004, and then I think Burning Crusades is when I started. And like, I remember my brother going to the midnight release of Wrath the Lich King, and he got me.
2004.
I guess technically speaking, he got us because we shared an account, but like he got us the Wrath the Lich King expansion. I remember downloading it all night and like having to insert the discs whenever it said, "Hey, insert this disc."
hmm
And
Because you had to install it like we
yeah,
do now, but you still had to use the disc and you would switch disc.
and it would tell you, yeah, like you said, you would get the prompt if you did, like you couldn't move on in the process until you did the prompt. So like, buddy, times were different.
Yeah. And you had a lot of games that were literally only coming out for 64 and games that were only coming out on PlayStation 1. You still had the Dreamcast, you had stuff on PlayStation 2. Like it was a wild time.
There was so
Great
much
time.
to own, man. It was like,
Great time. Great time. Let's see here. You want to talk about we can knock out the shows real quick. The most popular shows of the year 2000.
okay, let's hit it. Let's see if we watched them.
All right. So
I guess
Survivor.
these are shows. Okay, so these aren't like kid shows.
It's well, back then things were measured by the Nielsen rating, so you would be able to say how this many people tuned into this. There was 3.1 million people that watched this show on this night. The number one show in the year 2000 was Survivor.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean that's always been around though. It feels like it's been around for decades.
No, that was
It
like
literally
that
has,
was like
I guess, but
that was literally I think that was the year that it
the original
that it
Survivor.
Let's see, the original Survivor I believe started in the year 2000.
I trust you. I trust your judgment.
97. No,
Ah,
no. Okay, the American series premiered May 31st, 2000.
nice.
It was the original Survivor was a Swedish television show called Expedition Robinson and was in 1997. So
That's
of
a
course we
weird
saw,
name, but I guess
of course we like
Survivor sounds great. Expedition
you know
Robinson.
yeah.
Too much. Too many words. Too many syllables in that. So
Why?
just too many syllables. That's how that's why
Okay.
the brain works.
Anyways, ER.
Okay. Never seen it.
And then obviously Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Wednesday night, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Tuesday night. Dude, let me just tell you, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was like, I remember my dad like wouldn't miss it, and my dad tried so many times because you could call, right? You call this number
Yeah.
and you wait for like an hour, and they like you have an operator, and then you have to answer questions. And like he went through the process so
That's
many
crazy.
times to be on the show.
I can't imagine seeing your dad be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Honestly, it'd be kind of cool.
He would have been terrible at it.
Oh yeah, no, he would. I mean, maybe, but
Terrible.
I don't know. Let's put him on it. Let's get him on the show. You know, it's still around.
Friends.
Thank you for
Uh,
being a friend. That's wrong friends, but that's Golden Girls.
it's Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football always been a staple, always been very popular. Everybody loves Raymond, Law and Order, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Sunday night, which I
God
think was
damn,
really
dude, he's
rare.
on the list 3 times.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Thursday night?
What
Who
the
Wants to Be a
heck?
Millionaire on Friday night, dude? It was,
Was it
dude.
just like every single night was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
I,
night? Like I thought they only
I
did
think
like one a week.
I think they did 2 new episodes and like reruns, maybe. I don't know. You'd have
Yeah, I guess so.
The Practice, the original CSI, the original Law and Order. Everybody loves Raymond. I don't know if I already said that.
Yeah.
The West Wing, Will and Grace, 60 Minutes, Temptation Island, Frasier, Just Shoot Me, Judging Amy, NYPD Blue, Law and Order, SVU, King of Queens, and whatever the CBS movie special is. And the thing is like number 29 is the CBS movie special, and it averaged 8.6 million people every Sunday. Again, they didn't have the choice. Like you only had so many channels and so many things, so like it was sort of limited to like what you were gonna. But obviously, 1999, there's a juggernaut that comes out on TV known as Sopranos.
Okay.
It starts in 1999. One thing we forgot to talk about was the things that happened in 1999 that carried over into 2000.
Oh shit!
All right.
Okay, yeah, go over that real quick because I don't remember exactly what happened in 1999.
So in 1999, here's your headlines.
Okay.
All right. These are the biggest like things. Clinton gets impeached, which in hindsight,
It's kind of crazy.
it's pretty tame. That's
It
back when
honestly
we had
like
standards.
the bar now is so low. I feel like that he would have been like, stop it, get help, and that would have been like the amount of it. Like that would be all that happened, right?
It's the
Because it
yeah.
to go from
and
like
it-
to go from impeaching a president for literally spying on constituents from and Watergate, right, to like impeaching a president because he was unfaithful.
dick wet.
He got his dick a little bit wet. You know, he maybe got a little top underneath the table. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of
and it was worse for her.
yeah. No, dude, I feel honestly like I've listened to like one or two things on like Monica Lewinsky's story, and like it's really sad, like because I feel like she caught a lot of flack. Like not she, it didn't feel like it. She did.
She was the woman because she's
She
the
was the
woman.
woman, yeah, dude. And it's like, how dare she go out there and seduce the president like that? When in reality, like, dude, it was Bill 100% of the way. That was all him.
And it's like, don't act like you would want it either. You know what I mean?
That was all
It's
him.
like the fucking moral grandstand.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
that's the
a
worst
lot-
thing that happened.
Yeah, and that was like a lot of it. So, but then
Now-
to go, it's like nowadays, it's
There may have been more things that he did, certain excursions to private islands. Who knows? Who knows?
honestly, if he was on a private island, lock him up too. I don't give a fuck how old he
Yeah,
is.
right.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on from that to something that like was a one and done, which was the Columbine shooting.
Damn, dude. I'm just really glad we're in 2000. I'm really glad that we're going to take a lot of time and pass a lot of legislation that's really going to help prevent anything like that from happening ever again. Because
Happening again, yeah.
yeah,
Again, Sopranos season 1. Now, as we were going over the stuff that was on Nickelodeon, we left something out,
okay.
which was the debut of Mr. SpongeBob SquarePants.
This is his first year out. 2000?
1999 he
Okay,
debuts.
99. Damn.
But he is
Alive and well, man. He's still
alive
making
and well
movies.
in 20.
There's Plankton spinoffs.
Zoe
on
Zoe wants to
Netflix.
go see the movie that was in theaters. Like
That's
she apparently
insane.
like when they went to go see Zootopia 2 and like the previews played, apparently she was like belly laughing at the trailer.
It's 26 years later, buddy.
Full confession.
Yeah.
I never got into SpongeBob. SpongeBob to
I-
me is the memes, like the memes and the gifs that you use. Like
Yeah.
I've watched maybe 5 episodes of SpongeBob my entire life.
I've watched the shit on SpongeBob. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay.
That's good. Like
And
I'm not shitting on anybody. Like it just
early SpongeBob, hilarious. I
it
don't
gets
think that
more and more
it's-
demented. Like it's
I don't think it's for me anymore. right? I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm a full grown adult now.
I don't
Like,
know. You still watch pretty lame shit.
hey, I watch what I like
Hey,
now. Okay, I watch it for fun and pleasure, and I'm like, I want this. SpongeBob doesn't do it for me anymore.
you
But
watching
like,
hentai?
hey, whatever's on. If
Yeah.
only they had a
Whatever's on
channel.
the TV.
Whatever's on the TV, really. But no, it's like, yeah, SpongeBob's insane. Like it's still alive and kicking. It's thriving, baby.
1999 Harry Potter is published.
Sick. Okay, a lot of families again pearl clutching there because they're like, this is Demon's book. It's
Yeah.
magic.
BlackBerry takes the world by storm, and it becomes, the thing to have if you're like a pretentious
I'm
douche.
still waiting for BlackBerry to make a comeback. I don't know if it's going to. I'm still waiting for it.
Um, but 1999 is the year of Britney Spears. She is the hottest musical artist in the entire world.
Yeah. Unfortunately for her, I
Yeah.
don't think that they treated her very kindly behind the scenes. Like that's another thing that people talk about a lot is that uh, these kids and stuff like that were basically performing for adults and whatnot back in the day, like and all the kids on like all the TV shows and whatever from like Nickelodeon and stuff like that.
Hmm.
They had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that wasn't too good, and I'm sorry, for those kids.
Now, I've got two more things we can talk about. And I
Okay,
think let's do we're going to end it with what Stephen Hawking's prediction was in the year 2000
yeah,
about the year 2025.
hell yeah, dude.
But before that, unless you have something else, we are going to talk about popular phrases and slang words because we every generation has their slang.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see how many of these you used on the reg and how many of
Was on the
these.
reg one of them.
No, why would you say that? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways,
Okay, go
so
ahead.
popular phrases.
Got it.
We've got these are just like slangs and things that were used often. Bling
Okay.
bling,
Okay.
just bling bling.
I definitely
Like I got that bling bling.
yeah, I definitely
Jewelry.
used it cringily in a sentence probably once or twice,
Sure.
as my friends were talking about it.
Dude, take a chill pill.
All the time. Still use that one.
Chillax.
Definitely use that one, yeah.
Faux shizzle.
Okay. Now, I definitely probably used that one, and it was horrendous when I did it. And honestly, somebody probably should have stopped
Sure.
me. Yeah, but what are you
Sure.
going to do?
Word. I still use that all the time. Like a
Yes.
word?
Yeah, dude.
Word?
You text me. You text me every now and then. Like when I'm like, yeah, I'll be
Word.
up in like 15. You're like, yeah, word.
Word.
Yeah.
Word, dude. Peeps, dog, DAWG, or home skillet.
Okay. I don't feel like I use those a ton. I definitely feel like our parents probably use those to relate to us kids.
No. No, no, no.
I can see it. Yeah.
You also got to remember that things like LOL and LMAO were created by our generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 'cause we're
Internet
good at
speak
that. Yeah.
and text speak. Booyah.
Definitely use that one. Yeah, my dad still used that one. My dad still uses that one rather.
It's like a gotcha to you or something.
Just like every now and then he'll just drop one.
Baller. I used
Oh yeah,
baller.
I play basketball.
he's
Did you
a
know that I used it?
he's
Yeah.
a baller.
Yeah.
Shot caller. Crunk.
Unfortunately, I know the word. I
Mhm.
don't think I ever I don't think I used it like a bunch. I know that I knew it existed, right?
Yeah.
But
Sucky, mega, and cool. KEWL.
sucky definitely, just because I think
I don't.
although I don't think my parents let me say the word suck.
I mean, I just
This
said like, oh,
sucks,
that
dude.
sucks. Yeah, I never
Yeah.
said, yo, that's sucky, dude.
No, yeah, I don't know what I don't know why it said sucky. That's weird, but yeah,
I
so
never
it
used
sucks. Yeah.
mega either.
No. Yeah.
I would say cool, like KEWL, like you when you're typing stuff out, but
Cool.
like kill,
Cool.
dude.
It's cool.
Dot bomb.
It's the bomb.com. Yeah.
Well, there's the bomb.com, but this is dot bomb as in a failed.com company, like a failed website.
Oh no, that was I guess old
Yeah.
people were using that.
Yeah, bomb.com, obviously, like that was us. That's when people start using the word muggle
Okay, yeah, because the
because of
books.
Harry
Yeah.
Potter. Uh, WAP, WAP
WAP?
for
Oh, dude, has that been around for two
no, it's
decades?
wireless application protocol.
WAP's been around for 2 decades. It's insane. So people have been having wet ass pussies for 2 decades, 2.5 decades.
ASL, age, sex, location.
Yeah.
Uh, M commerce.
No. What?
Like
That's an
it's
old,
like
another old term. Yeah. 'Cause
yeah.
the oldies were using that one for sure. Yeah.
Cell yell. Never heard that one.
Never in my life.
It's
Yeah.
loud phone talking. This is you've got a metrosexual became a word that started to be used. People started calling their parents rents. Chad,
Yeah. Chad's. Okay. Okay.
um, noob, newbie, obviously big in like
Okay.
that starts.
So metrosexual, right? That was just
Mhm.
like another way to call somebody gay back in the day, right?
No, it's a very stylish,
Yeah. I mean,
like
I know what it is, right?
heterosexual male. It's
Yes.
someone who is like well groomed and takes care of themselves. Very
But I feel like it was
like
used in
they
a
dress
negative
not.
sense to like basically call those
It was
people
just
gay, but like, hey, well, there's a metrosexual over there. Maybe it was just like the people in my town and how they were using it. But
well, you grew up in a racist place, so
yes, yes, unfortunately,
this one, poopy power.
absolutely not. That's not. This is a fake list. Yeah, that's a fake word that they made up for this list.
Amaze balls,
Okay, that was definitely around. Yeah, I never
aw-
used it, but it was around.
awesome sauce,
Around, I probably have used it. Yeah,
beast,
use it. Yeah, yeah.
biatch or biatch.
Biatch. Yeah, because I
Yo,
remember there
yo,
was a
biatch.
yeah, there was a bunch of movies that came out around the time using that kind of language.
Boss.
Yeah, I mean, I still use boss, honestly. Yeah.
Apparently, bromance started.
Okay. Dang, that's been around for 2 decades. Damn,
Cool beans.
it's still around.
Epic fail, but that's more like later in the 2000s. I feel like that didn't
This
come
is okay.
around.
So now we're getting to like the cringy words that are like still used to this day as like a cringe kind of
Yeah,
factor.
in your face.
Oh god damn, dude.
Talk to the hand because the face don't understand.
I can only imagine like 40-year-old moms saying this stuff right now, and it's just like, God, stop. You know, stop.
um, please, no doubt. Um, whatever. Um,
Whatevs. My BFF Jill.
duh, duh. Oh, apparently, doy is back. Doy,
Yeah, I feel like I've heard kids.
no doy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like duh.
I feel like I've heard Zoe say that several times.
She does.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Um, peeps, peace out, Girl Scout. Photo bombing, popping, R A
Oh
W
God.
R.
Yeah. RAR
Uh,
XD was around this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
sketch,
Oh, the
smexy.
emo girl hair. I'm one of my exes used to have her hair like that all the time, dude. And it's just like, I'm,
Um,
I'm glad we moved out of that phase.
but the biggest phrase in the year 2000.
All right, let's hear it. Drum roll. I'm sure it's there.
That's hot. Popularized by one Paris Hilton,
Okay. It said like her too, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah.
which she eventually trademarked in the year 2000.
That's
But remember,
crazy.
you remember T9 calculators and the abbreviations we used to do for those?
Boobies, yeah, and all that stuff. Yeah.
See you later, alligator with TTYL. Again, LOL. Like we came up with all those things.
We were good, man.
Um,
We were on one, you know.
hell yeah, we were the best, dude.
We're goaded, you know.
All right. So you want to see what Mr. Stephen Hawking predicted?
Yeah, what did he? Because I'm sure, Stephen Hawking. He's a smart guy, right? He was a smart guy.
He was a theoretical physicist. Yes.
That's crazy that he was able to like just use a computer and do all this math and stuff in his head and whatnot. That's crazy.
So in a program,
Hmm.
he it was called Tomorrow's World, and he explained about what he projected the developments to be in technology, space exploration, and that of daily life. And at the time, it felt speculative. So here we are,
Okay.
almost 3 decades later, a future written in the stars. He forecast that space exploration would soon extend beyond governments to involve major private investors.
Okay, they did do that, but it's like,
Companies like SpaceX and Blue
yeah,
Origin
yeah.
are
It's
reshaping the field.
they did do that, yeah.
Their ambitions stretch from space tourism to asteroid mining. He also cautioned about the accumulation of space debris long before it became a mainstream concern. Today, over 100 million pieces of debris orbit Earth, posing a serious threat to satellites and crewed missions, yada yada. He also envisioned a world deeply transformed by digital technology, what we refer to as AI, predicting that a worldwide internet would link humanity on an unprecedented scale. In 2025, that vision is not only realized but exceeded. Smartphones, smart homes, and globally connected systems now shape everyday life, and platforms like cloud services and social media define modern communication.
Dude was
He
kind of
also
like on that, on like
he
100%.
he
Yeah.
also highlighted artificial intelligence as a pillar of the future. And as you know today, AI is used in medicine, education, and entertainment, supporting diagnosis, customizing learning, and even greater generating digital art, controversy, and media.
Mm.
Yet Hawking issued a clear warning about the AI risk, and he spoke of the dangers in allowing AI to evolve unregulated, cautioning that such systems might eventually surpass human control, an issue that has gained urgency within the rapid rise of generative AI technologies.
He might have been on to something there. If
Again,
only.
like Terminator was not supposed to be a true story.
I'm just
Uh,
glad that it's 2000 and we have plenty of time to act on that.
uh, Also, in his glimpse of 2025, Hawking predicted that robots would integrate into everyday life. That prediction has come true in several ways. Robotic arms now perform delicate surgeries with precision, and domestic assistants like Alexa or robot vacuum cleaners are commonplace. Hawking specifically mentioned intelligence. Oh my gosh, intelligences. That is a weird word.
That is, I mean, yeah, it's a long one too. It's a lot of syllables as well.
Intelligences that assist in home automation, a concept now reflected in smart home ecosystems. Yet, not all of his forecasts have been fully materialized, as Hawking anticipated the use of intracutaneous chips. I don't know if I said that right. Implanted beneath the skin. That's
Uh,
always been the fear, right?
I feel like there are companies that do that
For
though.
tasks like ID and banking. We're
Well,
getting there,
there's definitely companies that want to make it a thing, and it's,
but it's not widespread yet.
not yet. Yeah.
While similar technologies are under development, widespread adoption remains limited. He also discussed the possibility of super fast space travel, which continues to be the subject of theoretical exploration rather than the practical engineering. Hawking's participation in Tomorrow's World also involved predictions from other experts. Some of the ideas have not held up. For instance, they believed that as the internet grew, it would be dominated by banks and business barons.
I mean,
and
they do dominate a
it
pretty big portion,
and it would become more restricted.
I would say that in 2025 we are definitely 2026 now. We are definitely more restricted than they were back in the day.
Well, it says instead the internet became increasingly open, yes, and
Hmm.
accessible over the decades, allowing individuals to publish, share, and communicate on a global scale.
You try going to Pornhub.com right now and tell me if it's excessive or accessible. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
try and do anything outside of the realm of like keeping your pants on. Tell me if it's accessible. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely
If
more
you,
restrictive. Okay.
I mean, you
You used to
think
go to like E-Bombs World, fucking 4chan. Okay. Yeah.
you can still do those.
Yeah, but it's like it's not what it used to be. It's not the internet
Well,
that
yeah,
I
I
grew
mean
up with.
that's always the argument.
And
It's
honestly,
just not
probably
it's
for
not
the
what
better because like yeah, I don't want to see all that shit anyways. But I'm just saying, man, it's just I don't think
Yeah,
we
did you
need unfettered. Then again, it's like why not? I don't know what unfettered internet would do. Okay, but because like crimes are still
overall?
crimes, it's not like they could just commit crimes now that like it's on the internet. You know what I mean? But
So, if you ask
mhm.
how would you describe the year 2000? This says the year 2000 was widely perceived as a symbolic fresh start, characterized by a potent mix of technological optimism, the fizzling out of the Y2K scare, and a cultural shift marked by the rise of reality TV and the proliferation of the internet and mobile phones. It was a year of global celebration and significant political and cultural events. In essence, The year 2000 was a time of immense optimism, bridging the gap between the prosperous 1990s and the turbulent changes and disruptions that would characterize in the decade following the 9/11 attacks in 2001.
Man, I will say the one thing that I can remember about the year 2000 is that like it was a vastly different time than I just in general. But then like
Yeah.
after 9/11, yeah, like I feel like everything before 9/11, 9/11 is like this weird like placeholder in our minds for some reason. Like it's just like it truly is like we as a country, I don't know, shifted a little bit, but then it's like, I don't know, man. And then COVID happened, which is like another 9/11,
Right.
and 2000s definitely,
Glo- like like there are like bookmarks, right?
yeah.
Checkpoints in life. Let's use it as video game terms. Checkpoints in life is for you. I mean, I immediately like Y2K is the first checkpoint.
Hmm.
Like that's like again like the first thing because like I don't remember Desert Storm. Like I don't remember it.
I don't,
You know what I mean? That was
what
in
was Desert Storm again?
that was the early 90s. It was the first time we invaded Iraq and
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Afghanistan.
that's right. Because we got a
This
history
this
of doing this for some reason.
yeah,
It's like,
that was with the original George Bush.
yeah.
Um, so like I don't remember that. I do remember like vividly. So like one of the most famous shots in college basketball history, it's called The Shot. And Christian Laettner hits this ridiculous fucking shot that's been played ad nauseum for 35 years now. I remember watching that game. I remember that was the first time that I felt legitimate like sadness and heartbreak in a sporting event. It
Yeah.
was, and I remember watching that like I was 4 years old. Um,
Damn, dude. You remember that shit from four? That's crazy. That's a
dude, that was
crazy memory.
that was the first heartbreak in my life, I think.
That is wild to me that, like, at 4 years old, you were so engrossed in sports that you were
To be
like,
fair, that is the most famous like shot in college basketball history, and it has been replayed over and over. There's
mm-hmm.
been like it has just been like a constant refresher of time. So like that moment, is it because of that moment that I remember it, or is it because I remember it? I remember where I
Probably.
was,
Yeah, honestly.
but because it has been replayed for 35 years, right? And it's
They
just
probably
like
it's like you remember it mainly because like you experienced it and it was a heartbreak and like it etched into your mind, but then like the fact they played it for 35 years probably didn't
yeah,
help the
like
fact
it
like,
becomes a
hey,
thing. And then like I remember when Kentucky won the national championship in 1996. I remember when they lost it in 97. I remember when they went back and won it in 98. Like I remember those things. I remember when the cup when the Caps went to the cup in 98. I
yeah.
remember when the Jaguars in 1999 lost to the fucking Tennessee Titans 3 times and stole my Super Bowl from me. Like I like that was just like another oh holy shit like that was heartbreaking football. That was probably the first time I felt it in football because I was like this is amazing. Like this team that I've rooted for 4 years at this point because they're only 4 years old.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then but like it wasn't until Y2K that I think like the first non-sports thing happens. And it's okay. And then after that, the next checkpoint is literally fucking 9/11. But I don't remember the sequence of events because I remember being at a friend's house and we watched um, the space shuttle explode.
Damn, dude.
Was that the Challenger?
The Challenger, one of the Challengers, yeah. There was like several of them. I don't remember
Which
which one it
one?
was.
Uh,
Which Challenger exploded? Which
that
challenge?
was 2000. I don't remember. Like, hold on.
That was 1980. Wait, hold on.
No, no,
Disintegrated
no, no,
73
no.
seconds after liftoff on January 28th, 1986 was the Space Shuttle Challenger. That was that one.
The Columbia. Sorry, it's the Columbia. That was in. Okay, so 9/11 was first, and then Columbia was in 2003. But I remember that.
Columbia fucking exploded. The
Yeah,
country.
like so 9/11's the next check mark, and then 2003 with Columbia. Like I remember watching it on TV. I don't remember the name of it. And then it's like the next check mark for me is I graduate high school.
Hmm.
And then it's like what happens? Like the floodgates open because like I'm an adult now and I
Yeah.
started and I remember more things. But like the next checkpoint I got I get married,
Hmm.
or I
Hmm.
get engaged, I get married, but then like I think then you have like this big space of time of like trying to figure out what it's like to be an adult, a married adult. And then it's like, okay, now I'm in the workforce. I don't want to work retail anymore. I've got a real big boy job. And then like it's okay for like 8 years. It's like you again, you're like you're figuring shit out.
Yeah.
And then the fucking global pandemic happens. Because like when the market crashed in 2008, like I wasn't buying a house. Like it didn't affect me.
Yeah.
I
I
was in an
mean,
apartment, you know what I mean? Like that
I
shit
didn't
didn't
even know the
affect me.
markets crashed in 2008. Like
Right.
I was unaware. I
The housing
was
the housing market
Yeah, I
crashed.
know, but I know what it was. I mean, I was like as a
Yeah.
2008 kid, like I was just like I don't
Because you were in
fucking
high school.
I was just graduating, you know. I
Right.
was
And
about
so
to graduate
like
the next year.
but it's funny how all that this the long-winded way to say is like I remember my childhood fondly, even though like I don't remember as many specifics as I do in the last 15 years. I
Hmm.
can remember more specifics, but like obviously time moves different and like I'm in this whole thing too where like it just nothing has literally nothing has been the same since COVID. Like time doesn't move the same, like just everything is just different. Like it's like
I don't
there's
know if
that
it's
whole
good or bad. It's kind of just like a different way of living, you know, like different way of existing.
well it's again I always come back to like when we went to Canada, when we went to Banff, dude, like time slowed down. And it was post COVID. Like time slowed down and like I don't know, like I've just been chasing it. It's just like I just feel like time flies, dude. Like I have an 8 year old.
Yeah,
I have an
man.
8 year old.
Yeah, my kid just turned 9 years
In
old,
10 years she'll be 18.
moving out of the house.
And
You know.
then dude, in 10 years we think, oh yeah, whatever. Like, okay, like that it's nothing.
Yeah,
Like this last eight
I was
years
thinking about
has
like we're gonna be 40 years old in just 4 years, dude.
I
And
will
just
be, not
in
you.
just 4 years. Okay.
You're
Wait, no, like
5 for you.
four.
How old are you?
I'm 26 now. Wait,
No,
no.
you're
Wait,
not.
what am I? 36 now. I'm 36
No, you're
now.
not.
Yeah. Oh, I turned
You
36 later this year, I guess. I'm 35 right
jeez,
now.
you're 35. Oh my God.
It's just I'm in the year. It doesn't matter.
But you can't say that you've turned 36 because you're not 36.
I'm gonna be 36 this year.
You will be 36 in
Yeah.
10 months, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I will be
Nine
37 in
months,
6 months.
5 days. I got 9 months and 5 days, and then like, so 9 months, 5 days, 5 years. Gonna be 40 years
When
old.
you were in the year when you were 9 years old, what did you consider old?
When I was what? Sorry.
When you were 9 years old, like what did you consider like, oh man, like you're old?
I guess like 80 probably.
Still, really?
Yeah, I mean like it's not. Yeah, I feel like
You didn't think your parents were old?
I just thought they were older than I
My
was. They were like,
my daughter thinks we're old.
I mean, I don't know. I don't. That's the
It
thing is,
blows her mind that we were born in the 1900s.
I mean, we were. Yeah, man.
And
Unfortunately,
like she just
that's
like
insane.
she
You know.
cannot compute it. She's like, "What do you mean?" And like we'll say stuff like, we didn't have a phone, and she was just like, "What do you mean?"
I
And like we
I
had to sit
do.
through commercials. She calls them ads.
I do think that it would be kind of crazy to go back to that time where it's like not everybody has a phone, right? Like, I,
Yeah,
I think that you could do it.
dude. She told us she didn't want a phone.
Good. I don't. I'm honestly like I'm thinking about Quinn and it's just like you don't really need
Now
one.
there's kids that have phones
Yeah.
her age, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
why?
There's like yeah, tons of them. They all have fun.
Why?
What are you doing
Well,
on there?
because we explained it to her. We were like, there is nothing that your phone, like a phone for you, you like you can do everything that you want to do on that iPad.
Yeah.
I was like,
My kids
because I
don't
was
even
like,
use the iPad that much. They used it to do
because like
like
she can call her friends, like she has an app. Like if someone has an Apple, you can just FaceTime them from her iPad
yeah.
as long as she's on Wi-Fi. And it's just like, but like, have you ever like? It's crazy because like when we go on trips, or if like one of us goes on a trip and the other one stays home, she doesn't know how to talk on a phone.
They should
Like
not.
she doesn't know how
Yeah,
to
I
like
guess.
hold it up
Yeah.
because everything is like
We always do speakerphone. Yeah, and I think about it. That would be
we
like,
do FaceTime.
dude. Now that I think about it,
And
like, how do you, how do you,
she doesn't
you know?
she doesn't understand the concept of like when her mom, like if obviously if like I'm home, I said her mom, that's weird. If Christina's driving home and it's like Christina and Zoe and I are at home and she calls, I'll put it on speakerphone.
Yeah.
But like
And like
she
it.
like if she doesn't understand that like you have to hold
Shit,
it
dude, I'm
up
tired. This it being in the year 2000 has really worn me out, man. We got to get back to the future. That's for sure. We got to get
it's
back to the. Oh, the movie.
Yeah. Hold on before we go, talk
Okay.
because
Yeah.
see here,
I mainly
2026.
like when my kids are on the phone, they don't even use the phone. They just like they treat the phone as if the person is there, and they run around with it instead of actually saying words. And they're like, "Hey, look at this," and it's just like all you've got is the phone. It's not a person, right? You got to talk to them, and they're just like, "I want to do that," and they go hand the phone back to one of us. So it's like, hey, good job, guys. Good job. Good conversation with you guys. So that's all my kids do.
Okay, so the difference between 1990, 1955, and 1985, right?
Okay.
So that's Back to the
30.
Future takes place in 1985. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
They go back to 1955.
Okay. 30-year
So
difference.
if Back to the Future happens in 2026, they go back to the year.
1996. And I'm 6 years old.